I'd like to take a moment to talk about body hair removal. I was 12 the first time that I got my eyebrows waxed. It was summertime and there were all these magical changes going on where all like my little delicate baby features just couldn't withstand all the Spartan power that I had running through my veins. And so these two very hungry caterpillars were just itching and itching and itching to become one. So my mother looked at me one day and she said, "It's time." And she took me to the salon where they ushered me into this back room that I had always assumed was a closet. And it was a closet. That's just where they put you when you were too hairy to be out in public. I don't remember the details of that first waxing experience. I probably passed out from the pain. But what I do remember is the woman who holds all of my hairiest secrets first handing me that mirror after she was done, and I looked into it, and I saw that pink, raw, hairless skin, and I thought to myself, I'm finally pretty. Life is what you do while you're waiting to die. Life is how the time goes by. Life is where you wait while you're waiting to leave. Life is where you grin and grieve. So it was during this time that I also played two of my most iconic roles in children's theater. Angie the Ox in Guys and Dolls Jr. and Olin Britt in The Music Man Jr. And so I figured, I was mortified that I was playing boys, and I was like, there can't be a coincidence here. It's also because I'm growing a mustache right now. And so my mom looked at me again and she's like, "Yep, it's time." She was a little nervous about me, you know, like starting the waxing on that. So she decided that bleach was a good idea. So I would spend, you know, every couple of months, just spend like an hour sitting there with like bleach cream on my upper lip, inhaling the fumes. And things were going pretty well. I was feeling pretty normal. And then one day I looked in the mirror and it was like I had a skin mustache because the skin was being bleached by the bleach. So I had like light skin here. So my mom was just like, "Well, off to the salon for more wax. Having if you're lucky, wanting if you're not, looking for the ruby underneath the rot, hungry for the peel-off in someone else's pot, but that's the only choice you've got. Life is where you stand just before you are flat. Life is only that, Mr. Life is simply that, Mr. That and nothing more than that. It's around the same time that the downy little feathers that I had in my armpits started turning into electrical wires. You know, it's pretty normal. But I was planning this big beach trip with my friends. You know, it's middle school, you're worried about how you look, and I was mortified by what was happening here. So I said to my mom, I was like, "What am I going to do about my pits? Can't have hairy pits on the beach." She was a little nervous about getting me shaving too soon, so she was like, "I got it." She pulled out this tub of nads. Anyone ever used nads before? No. Just me? So nads was this all-natural, like, green stuff that the Australian lady on the infomercials for it would take a little taste of before she would rip off a woman's full beard. And so that's what my mom used on me. So she slathers it on, she gets the cloth, she rips it off, and I must have screamed my first curse words in that moment because off came the cloth, off came the nads, off came my hair, and with it, some of my skin! Life is what you feel till you can't feel at all. Life is where you fly and fall, riding for the shelter, naked in the snow, learning that a teardrop's anywhere you go. come to terms with the things that Mother Nature has given me. You know, I often forget to shave my legs and no one dies. I walk around with hairy armpits every once in a while. I can't remember the last time I did anything about the mustache. People can deal. I was actually laughing to myself as I was getting ready for this cabaret, as I was intentionally making my eyebrows darker. But one day, my beautiful, amazing, loving, blue-eyed fiance was leaning in for a kiss. And he spotted a couple stray hairs right there. And he just looked at me, you know, really nicely and just said, so you're like not doing anything about that anymore? Like, what you do while you're waiting to die. This is how the time